This is the Attack Shark by Magic Refiner. And aside of the silly name, I think this keyboard is one of the best buys you can get right now, sub $100. Hey guys, welcome back to our Howard Says channel. My name is Ivan, and today we're looking at the Attack Shark by Magic Refiner. And I stumbled upon this keyboard browsing again Amazon, trying to always find something sub $100 that will fit everybody's needs, and it will be attractive to both gamers, office workers, and even media streamers and home and enthusiasts. So I wanted to grab this one and check it out. Obviously, price is attractive as well. Sub $75. I say sub because regular price is $75, but they constantly have discounts, currently $10 off. So $65 plus tax, we're looking at about $70 for this keyboard. And I think for $70, you'll have a hard time finding a better competition for this one or somebody to beat it on price and features. And if you follow my channel, you know that I go for a ton of keyboards over time, anything around 100 and lower, all the way to the cheapest possible to fit every possible budget. And recently I reviewed a similar keyboard that offered pretty much the same features plus the LCD screen, which this one has as well, but it was $100. So for $30 less, does this one mean better or it's worse? So we're gonna find out today. So we're gonna go straight into the unboxing, see what exactly is inside the box, see some of the features. We're gonna talk about the RGB, obviously, it's RGB as always. And at the end, we're gonna discuss it in the conclusion. So let's see what's inside the box. Beautiful retail box, very heavy, very sturdy, pictures of the product on top, listed features, excellent to see. And on the back, again, more of the features right here. Mechanical switch, triple connection mode, RGB, all that stuff. Let's open it up. Let's see what's inside of the Attack Shark. Right on top, we have a cable, and this cable is unusual and different than everything else I've seen. We have regular USB to a proprietary style, very sturdy metal screw type cable, which is very reminiscent to, if you guys remember some of the old audio equipment, like amplifiers and stuff like that, professional stuff. They use similar plugs. Keyboard right on top. And not only the keyboard, but also keyboard dust cover, which is something I always love, and it's almost extinct these days. They don't supply these with other brands. We have the user manuals right here, and this is how the custom coiled cables are. So there's the two types of cables. So let's see where they are. Right here we have the other cable, which is custom coiled. We have our USB-C on one side. Very nice, all metal tips, by the way, and we have that proprietary style connection with a little screw. All that is metal and very heavy. Cable is coiled outside of this plastic tube, and that way it gives you this kind of a coiled spring action. A little bit stiffer than I like, honestly, but it's unusual, it's different. I'll give it some points for originality. What else is included here? We have two extra keys, and these are kind of a purple keys. I don't know how they're gonna feel. They are definitely not your regular ones that I've normally used. Some extra keycaps. We have Shift, we have Windows, Alt, Command, and Control. Different colors, excellent to change the colors a little bit. And combo tool, key extraction and keys extraction tool, which I prefer and like because it's metal. You can use it with any keyboard out there. So now let's see the keyboard real quick. Nicely packaged, dust shield on top. I love that, and it's branded Attack Shark. And why is this something I'm saying I like? Well, if you're not using the keyboard and you just want to prevent any dust accumulating, any crumbs getting inside between the keys and stuff like that, just throw that over. No problem, you're good to go. So this is a great addition, despite the fact that it's cheap and not a lot of people are thinking about it. So now the keyboard itself, extremely solid and well designed. And why I'm saying well designed, I like the rounded corners. This is a great feature. That way when you're taking it, it's not digging into your palms. And a lot of you will be asking me why you'll be holding it in your hands. Well, if you're using it as a media center keyboard away from your TV, oftentimes you're going to be holding the keyboard like that or on your lap and typing. So that's a good thing to see. Metal, very nice metal. Volume button right here, or dial, up and down, and press for mute. Very, very good. Three different colors here: white, black, and gray. Of course, we have some extra keys to replace if you want to add some more color. And right here on the corner is that LCD screen. If you guys remember one of the last models that I've reviewed, we have a larger one right here on the corner. Separated home, page up and page down alike, and delete key because you oftentimes using these in games and stuff like that. So luckily they're separated a little bit. The arrows are separated, so nice layout. Right on top we have a switch between Windows and Mac, and of course on top we have the USB-C connector plus the selection of your connections: Bluetooth, USB, and wireless. Currently it's on wired. A lot of you might be using this as well on Bluetooth for tablets or other computers, or wireless media centers and stuff like that. So great to see all three connections and keyboards. I think pretty much all keyboards should be made like this, especially the ones that are kind of a mid to higher end range. This one retails around $70, so it's not gonna break the bank. It's cheaper than $100 normally that I'm trying to stay under, and it's good to see all these features for that. X85 Pro, this is the model of the Attack Shark. A nice rubber sticky feet on the bottom, and obviously we have this beautiful two-stage raising. One stage is higher and the other stage is lower. Both feature rubber as well. Keep the keyboard on the desk without moving. Here's where the wireless connector USB is housed, and again we have the Attack Shark logo on top of it. Very nice. This is magnetized, so if you put it right here and it slots right in, it's not just gonna fly away no matter what you do, because it's magnetized, and if you have it down like here, it's even more protected. It's not gonna slide and fall off. So that's a great placement. A lot of these companies are placing it right on top, right here with a cutout and stuff like that, and I don't like that aesthetically, but this is very well done, hidden nicely. So nothing on the back, nothing on the front, nothing on the sides, only the top here. I really like the retro look of this keyboard. Reminds me of these 80s keyboards, the old IBM keyboards that were this kind of a dark gray plus lighter gray or white. So if we go into the cable situation, this is what we have here is the coiled one plus the 4 feet. Together, both of them are making about 6 feet long. So that's going to be plenty for anybody. If you want to connect them, you'll see the notch over here. You got to match it to this side, slot it in, and just tie it all the metals together. And a lot of you again will be asking, well, why do we need this? It's, you know, why don't we just provide a longer cable and just deal with it? Well, I think it's cool looking. I think it's different. I think it's something more unusual, and I'm all for unusual and different things that are deviating from the normality of these peripherals. So now we have a USB on one side, USB-C on this side, and of course the USB-C is going to be going right here. It's not right angled, but being off to the side of the keyboard, I think it's better, because if you have a computer stand right here, the cable is going to be off to the side and you can route it around. Cable is not the softest, it's actually quite stiff, so keep that in mind. But of course, if you want to replace it with something softer or something you like, longer, shorter cable maybe, you can always grab yourself a different one. So now if you plug it in, you'll see the logo of the Attack Shark comes in. Battery shows that it's fully charged, and it's showing time, which is currently definitely not the correct one right now. You'll see the Attack Shark logo right here. You got to keep clicking the button, otherwise it's going to this kind of like standby mode. You're going to see the date, which is correct. Believe it or not, September 3rd. You can get an impression of how the keyboard looks on your desk where it's plugged in with the coiled cable right here. I'm going to try to point your attention towards the tiny TFT or LCD screen right here, because there's a lot of information going on that screen, and it's kind of unusual because my other keyboard that I show you previously did not have all that information being displayed here. So I'm going to get closer and closer. Right now you can see we have displayed the date, the time, the battery charge, and on the bottom is a Windows lock. So if you lock your Windows key, that's going to change. Caps lock, obviously, if I hit caps lock, you'll see how it changes as well. And the other information here is actually you can change the RGB straight from the knob. So FN and the knob press will reflect on volume only and mute, or FN and knob press will reflect on you changing the RGB. So now if you see right here, we have the little menu, and when we turn it, I'm gonna go through them. First one is connect mode. We have lighting effects, we have light intensity, we have light speed, we have light color, language select, and back to the beginning. So if I get to the lighting effect and press, Now you're gonna see the names, which are very small. You gotta be really close to see everything. Line wave now. We have laser, which is when you hit the different keys light. And fortunately, it times out quickly, so you gotta be quick with your changes. Let me go back to that. Laser, then we have the circle wave, we have the dazzling, rain down, meteor, static, breath, neon, wave, ripple, which again is this, rain down, and the snake, one of my favorites, press action, lights up the key, converge, single wave, kaleidoscope, and line wave again. Now, if we go back, lightning intensity and lightning speed, obviously self-explanatory. Light color, if I default is the RGB. If I go here, see red, orange, yellow, green, cyan, blue, purple, white, and again, back to the default. This is one of the things I absolutely love. Now you don't have to guess the name of the color. You can actually see on an LCD screen here and find the one you absolutely love. So if I go back to the menus here, connect mode, obviously we're gonna cycle through Bluetooth, wireless and wired, lightning effect, intensity, speed, color, and language change. So language change, if you click over here, you're gonna see English and Chinese. Obviously we're gonna keep it in English. Lightning intensity, it's 100%, and you see we have increments by 25. So 0, 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. So I absolutely love this LCD screen, and I think it's much more useful than most LCD screens that I've seen, because now you have the information here. Obviously the RGB is the way it is. You can cycle through the different options, but if you choose to use the knob as volume, up and down, and mute for press, you can use FN and key combinations for changing your RGB as well. So don't fret, you're not going to use the functionality if you select this one to be your volume. I think this is excellent. I think Attack Shark have done a great job implementing it this way, and I think they're getting a huge thumbs up from me for making it such a great overall package. So now that we see all the RGBs, we're gonna go straight into conclusion and summarize what do I think about this beautiful Attack Shark. Should have been Shark Attack, but hey, Attack Shark. Very, very interesting. All right, conclusion time. And what do I think about the X85 Pro? There's so many names this keyboard is going by. The Attack Shark, the X85 Pro, it's a Magic Refiner. I mean, there's so many brands standing behind it, but regardless of all that stuff, I think this keyboard is an absolute winner. And you probably hear me throughout all my videos saying similar things for other keyboards, but here, not only we have a slew of great features, but also we have an excellent price, around $70. Again, other competitors with similar features have a price tag for 100 and slightly below 100, where here we're talking about saving $30. And saving $30, why not? If you're on a budget building a computer, every dollar counts. And I feel they did an exceptional job with this keyboard. There's very few things that I don't like about it. I've mentioned it throughout the video, and I can throw it out here as well. But most of the things I absolutely love: the layout, the keyboard colorway, all the packages including extra keys, extra key caps, detachable cables. All that one is perfect. All three connectivities are on board. We have wireless, we have Bluetooth, and we have obviously wired, my preferred one. But again, I've said it many times before, a lot of people prefer Bluetooth if you're in office, if you're remote, maybe you don't like the cable clutters. Wireless, pretty much the same, or you're using it for media server at your home, you're trying to do something in your basement when you have a movie theater or something. And obviously, if you're a gamer, serious gamer that cares about input lag, and you're trying to avoid any of it, cable or wired is your preferred method, just like I am. Now, I'm not saying I'm a big gamer or anything professional like that. I just like to eliminate all the possible problems with lag and battery life and all that stuff. Convenient switches all around, big, comfortable, right on the back between all the three connectivities between Mac and Windows. Obviously, Mac users, you're not left out. You're going to be able to use this keyboard as well. Absolutely convenient legs, 2 stages to be propped up, all rubber on the bottom. Great place to hide and keep your wireless connectivity dongle. Metal knob on the side. Very convenient feature. I absolutely love it. And the small information displayed on that tiny LCD is useful. We have the time, the date, the power charge of the battery, obviously. Is it Windows? Is it Mac? Windows key lock, caps lock as well, and of course all these names of the different effects. Personally, to me, another amazing feature that I'm always looking for is unified color, or only single color between the RGB. RGB is great, a lot of people love that, but personally I like single color backlight to match the internals of my computer, and you can change it not only from the key combinations but from the knob as well, and cycle through the most popular different colors. So I think this keyboard fits perfectly in my profile, exactly the size that I love, exactly the features that I love. The noise produced by the keys it's very similar to regular red keys. If you're familiar with any of the Cherry red keys, there's almost no difference. The tactile feedback is the same. The feeling and the responsiveness is the same. And those of you that want to hear the sound, a lot of people are asking me about that. But again, I'm repeating myself. It's very subjective. It really matters how hard you're hitting the keys, what kind of a typer you are. I personally don't apply much force, so the noise produced is not that much. But if I can simulate, you can kind of see what the noise is produced by those keys. Rounded corners of the design, absolutely love it. I don't think it's anything when it comes to the design that annoys me here. Really like everything they've done. Maybe if the LCD was moved on top would have been a little bit better, and not right here by the arrow keys, but that's nitpicking from my side. And honestly, the only negative to me is the cable. As much as I love the coil design and the 2 stages cable here, I think they try to be a little bit more original than they needed to be, because the cable is very stiff. Half of the cable is not coiled, half of it is coiled, but both sides are very stiff, and if you're trying to route it around your desk, you're going to have a problem knocking everything that you have on your desk. USBs, stuff like that. I have different things on my desk all the time, unless it's completely clean. If you don't care about that at all, you're not going to be bothered. But I think the way the cable is designed, despite the fact that it's very sturdy, very unique, and full of high quality materials like metal and mesh and all that stuff, and metal tips, that's great. But personally, if I'm using this keyboard all the time, I will replace this cable with just a soft unified cable that I can extend and use with no problem, without any resistance, without any problems whatsoever. Being detachable, again, that's perfect. They're giving you the option to use that cable or not. It's up to you. If you don't care about the things I just mentioned, use that cable, and this cable is probably going to last you forever because it's so sturdy. Long story short, I think this is an absolute winner of a keyboard. Under $75, you're going to have a hard time finding something better that can fit everybody across the board when it comes to usability. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video. Stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe if you're new. Check out some of the other videos coming very, very soon. I have a couple exciting computer cases to show you in depth, in details, like always. Gaming mouse as well, and yeah, much more things coming up. So that's pretty much it, guys. Till next time, you have a wonderful day.